Is it a little video feed? Okay. Just activated. I'm going to be listening to my Portugal the Man playlist. All my favorite Portugal the Man songs. Pretty much Satanic Satanists and onward. Just filmed the message in a bottle to activate. I'm feeling good about that. Feeling good about things. It feels good just making a shout out, putting people first, right? Or at least thinking first about the people. First about the people. Speaking of, me and Athos need to get a couple new beads. We've had some epic interpersonal experiences lately. In the meantime, I'm super red right now, quite emotional. I want to merge that with creative. I want to channel that into creative. So I'm going to place a couple reminder color clips. Here's an orange one. Orangey. And also I want to merge that with my intellectual, with my brain side. So it's going purple. I got purple. These are my two secondary colors at the moment. Red day. I'm gonna pop this on my brand new Vest sticky note register pocket system. Fuck yeah. I am becoming unstoppable with sewing machine. I created two new pocket types for color clip inserts. So I got my purple and I got my orange. Dope. Quick review sticky note stack for I'm trying to finish my ratification of the human imperative for my new World Peace Computer, the Wilder-ness World Peace Computer Limited Liability Company, doing business as Wilder WPC. First two parts were me. First part was me figuring out what I need to do to establish or organize the company, and then thinking about the economics and how to use it ultimately as a template for other people to boot up their own World Peace Computer. Also, I spent a bunch of time versionizing the human imperative to be specific to my individual scope. This is my individual World Peace Computer, and definitely. And then behind the scenes, I put a bunch of time into figuring out formatting so that my version of the human imperative will fit nicely into the Alaskan Limited Liability Company organization articles. It's difficult to hack the formatting. This is the final product. This is a preview. These line breaks, for example, it's really difficult to keep the form entry from just becoming a single string of text. And so this is a condensed, this is the best I could do to maintain the human imperative, its honest form, and then also stay underneath the 4,000 character count limit for the organization articles. I'm going to review my sticky stack from those sessions. To do, I need to create the dictionary online. That'll be linguafranca.up.computer for people to reference all the bold terms within this document. I need to define my core piece bias. It'll be core piece bias dot the wilderness.wp.computer. That the wilderness will be the wilderness.wp.computer will be where I host the online components of this World Peace Computer, the Wilder World Peace Computer. Define core peace buys. I need to post the human imperative the wilderness.wp.computer online, so it's not just this document. There's redundancy. That'll be the full form on a bridge with proper formatting. I need to create doing business as registered business name, Wilder WPC. It's a lot easier to wrap the tongue and mouth to say. So then I need to apply for a business license, and that'll be the most I can do in this session. I want to get just knocked out right now. Versionized THI template. I still need a versionized THI for a local version. There'll probably be provision for listing the individual World Peace computers involved, or the individual operators involved in that ratification of the human imperative, that World Peace computer, the local World Peace computer. I'm going to put that off for now. That's not a priority. Create dictionary, subdomain. Okay, got it. Sticking my stack back in this. There we go. Oh, what was this one? This is an invention idea I had where I want to create a large effective aperture LEO distributed satellite dish that's linked by fiber optics with link bonding to create high-speed internet within the mountains here where I live, and then ultimately sell that locally to residents here in the valley. Because here in the mountains, the local internet provider, GCI, doesn't have the resources or economic incentive to throw down fiber up into the hills. I think that's the reason why. It's just economics. And so there's Borealis Broadband. They provide decent service, but still, it's like the max internet speed here is 30 megabit up and down. It's nice, it's symmetric, that's nice, and a terabyte limit. But it's like they're reselling Starlink too, but I just think that it would be pretty easy, technically speaking, to create like a gigabit service just from like distributed network of Starlink terminals and fiber optic links, local fiber optic links. So that's what that is. Just thought I'd share because I think it's a cool idea. I've been thinking about that idea in particular for a long time. Okay, so this is it. One more spell check, just really quick. Let's see. How do I want to format this so that you all can really see what's going on here? The Wilder-ness World Peace Computer LLC. Good, spell checked. I chose to leave the N lowercase. It's just been one of those decision points that I've been fiddling with figuring out. And I don't know, aesthetics. It's like a gut art thing. Purpose, so business. Any lawful, meaning if it's legal and I think I can make money doing it or progress operation, I'm going to do it. Secondary NAICS codes. Primary NAICS code is 711510, independent artists, writers, and performers. That's because for my purposes, I'm focusing on communication and kicking the project off, the Invention program. And to do so, this is the new form of reality TV that I'm kind of producing, and I'll use it as the center point product. Like, I'm a performer, I'm a writer, I'm an artist, and I'm using art and performance as the medium of like dissemination towards establishing a computational global peace system. That's what you're watching me do right now. I'm working on that. Secondary NAICS, I need to start with real estate, establish a physical space. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. I need to just confirm, double check that I don't want to lose work, right? Okay, yeah, this is the original one. Create a distributed physical space where basically I buy up houses and I rent them out to, in principle, people that are interested in being an active, like committed aspect of the Invention program, and just creating a living space where we can meet and create a community and family, inventing our own world peace computers as we go, and establishing the Invention, say, like product and service lines toward economic self-sustainment. Not just sustainment, but thrival, right? So starting with, I got to figure out how to get licensed and bonded as a lessor. That will be expensive, probably. 060924 Sunday work session 3. Look into lessor insurance and bonding. Put that in my up behind the smiley signal. Cool. And then finally, publisher. Oh no, not finally. Secondarily, publisher. The idea is to aid the Invention effort and program, establishing a computational global peace system, which involves a lot of complicated moving parts, difficult integration, plus all the work I've done over the years, which is just kind of fragmented and scattered and difficult to parse or understand if you're not Blair, Wilder. I need to train a language model, ultimately, an AI, artificial intelligence language model, to just be part of the Invention brain, the peace brain. And then, in the meantime, though, the baby step towards that bigger goal is to create a retrieval, augmented generation, chat assistant, just that draws from the content from these performance pieces and the whole like meta reality TV experience. But like I'm creating content to create a robot to be the better brain. So publishing, ultimately the idea is to generate value in services and products. Like ultimately intellectual property is the ultimate, or that's the goal. That's where the money's at. It'll be the content that will ultimately be published and maintained as a library or archive that we will use moving forward to create these artificial intelligence tools and whatnot. Then finally, AI. This is natural sciences research and development NAICS code, but I abridged it to just say AI so that I could save on characters and also just get to the point. All right. This is an overview and executive summary. This enterprise supports efforts by Blair Monroe, operator call sign Wilder, of Anchorage, to invent and ship I want to take out that comma. To invent and ship. Uh-oh. Anyways, let's try this again. All right, this is the definitely updated version. Oh, okay. Okay. Alright. I switched some things around. I do that. The human imperative, that's what this article within the articles of organization, the purpose statement, that's what this is. Terms may be found here, linguafranca.up.computer, good. Template, the human imperative.up.computer, good. This enterprise supports effort by Blair Monroe, operator call sign Wilder of Anchorage, to invent and ship the World Peace Computer, positioning Alaska as originator of an actual intelligence, little AI, industry, introducing a computational peace process in the state to help address our hardest problems. Good. Prosperity mission. Establish a computational global peace system. That's my personal prosperity mission, meaning that if I do that, if I work on that, commit to that, and I don't give up on committing to that, on working on that, then I will minimize my inner war, maximize my inner peace, and in the process, ultimately, hopefully, if it works, maximize the global state of peace, minimize the global state of war. Global being, at least in my world, the surrounding globe. Locally would be like my friends and family, people I know. Globally would be like the greater surrounding community. Okay. Preamble. In order to perform a more perfect integration of human experience, to invent ways of overcoming my greatest adversary, time, to frame this integration explicitly in terms of committed effort to treat peace as a computational evolutionary optimization process, to maximize, I'm going to put a comma there for readability, to maximize global peace, minimize global war, maximize inner peace, and minimize inner war, this preamble does ordain and establish a human imperative in my world. Good. Article 1, the universal peace execution. It's like the executive branch. Execution, Clause 1, commit to the Time Machine for Peace social invention program. Execution Clause 2, establish a global peace system by inventing and networking my world peace computer to create the universal peace computer, the supercomputer devoted to treating peace as a process defined by the universal peace. Execution Article or Clause 3, maintain the global peace system and the universal peace at all costs, as I never give up. Execution Clause 4, do so by assuming the distributed identity of the individual to operate my world peace computer according to the human imperative as defined by this document. And Execution Clause 5, treat the universal peace as a game. It's got to be a game. You got to have fun. It's got to be challenging. Okay, Article 2, the universal peace rule, as in the judicial branch. Satisfy execution and function articles by respecting this rule piece. As the individual, fulfill these rule piece imperatives. 0 rule. Respect the function piece while alternating between end rule and following rules. End rule. Alternate between 0 rule and aforementioned rules, fulfilling the human imperative by operating my world peace computer as the individual. Function piece. We would refer down here to function piece, but I'm going to finish out the proofreading by reading the rule imperatives. Rule imperative 1, adopt. Clause 1, common language. Clause 2, universal prosperity mission. Rule 2, never give up. Rule 3, interact voluntarily. As in, I only do things that I want to do. It's essential. Rule 4, honor commitments. Rule 5, make own moves. Rule 6, plus, meaning this is an extra added rule that I included for my personal world peace computer, the human imperative. This is not included in the general universal template. Maintain faith in self. End rule, already checked that. It looks good. Article 3, the universal peace function. This is like the legislative branch. Satisfy execution and rule articles by respecting this function piece. As the individual, fulfill these function piece imperatives. 0 function, respect the rule piece, referring back up. while alternating between end function and following functions. End function and following rules. End function. Alternate between zero function and aforementioned functions, respecting violence clause, fulfilling the human imperative by operating my world peace computer as the individual. Function 1. Optimize clause 1, function 1, local world peace computer configurations. Clause 2, individual world peace configuration. So I alternate between optimizing how I connect my world peace computer with other world peace computers, and then how I optimize the world pieces within my world and my individual world peace computer. You got to do flip-flop between both. Alternating between clause 1 and clause 2 of function 1 according to function 2. Function 2, maintain clause 1 is peacetime. You have to explicitly maintain or track the state of world peace within my world, the peace space and the peace brain, the peace process, my world peace computer status. Clause 2, constant conversation. You got to maintain a conversation at all times. And that includes when there's nobody for me to talk with, I speak with myself internally between various roles that I've engineered, identities that I've engineered for the purpose of maintaining productive conversation. For example, one of the roles is like professor. I have a professor role that if I want to study or learn some hardcore physics shit, then I bounce back and forth between student role and professor role, and I teach myself. And then C3, clause 3 of the maintenance function, maintain piecewise continuous iterative evolution of the universal peace. You gotta keep the peace process running as defined by the universal peace per this program effort. Function 3, favor, as in prefer. Clause 1, local connections. I favor local connectivity over global connectivity with violation exception, deliberate violation exception. Clause 2, core peace bias, and good. Core peace bias.up.computer is a link. That's good. This is just the set of all values that I prefer over their anti-values, like commitment versus being a flake, for example, or inclusion versus exclusion. I favor inclusion because I think it's just things work out more peacefully that way if one favors inclusion. On and on and on. There will be a separate video for the core peace bias, and I'll just go through and rationalize everything. Let's see. And function 4, unify knowledge to achieve personal consilience, which means that one function of my world peace computer is to take all the different knowledge centers within my internal peace space, my mental space, and the challenge part of the game of the universal peace is to integrate all of those unrelated knowledge types into a single body of knowledge that is just more accessible. It's like instead of having a bunch of bush or small trees of knowledge, the idea is to create one giant ass tree of knowledge. Then it makes it very easy to add new knowledge to that tree in the future, or to find knowledge in the mind space, the peace space, as needed per universal peace and solving hardest problems. Right. Function 5, harness, clause 1, difference potential, which means if I notice a difference or something's different or two things are very different and it's remarkable, it's like, wow, that's different. Instead of fearing it, instead of being xenophobic, fear of difference, I instead try to embrace it and figure out a way to harness that difference to do something useful, to help create a solution or invent a solution or new component, etc., etc. Clause 2, human nature. I harness human nature. There will always be negative aspects of human nature, and the idea is to embrace the fact that shit ain't ever going away, and we don't want it to go away because that's dehumanizing. I embrace that, and I try to take the bad shit and harness it. So like my greedy side, I strive to harness my greedy side for the purpose of motivating like good behavior, good action, more peaceful action. Function 6, this is an addition piece or function piece. Maintain safety and security aligned with violence clause. This is basically like, I can't be at peace if I don't constantly emphasize safety and security in terms of my operations and my daily living, especially in the greater context of establishing a computational global peace system. The idea ultimately is to respect the violence clause, which means we want to prevent generalized violence. And so that's a different conversation, but that's a rundown. End function, that looked good. Okay, finally, articles 4 through 7. These are just condensed into one statement. And, I was going to put, template that contains the full unabridged version. So violence, amendment, replication, ratification, those are the 4 articles that I've condensed here, the final articles. This version of the human imperative spawns from World Peace Computer Prototype, Blair Monroe, USA. That was the piece of computer that I was tinkering with prototype and design throughout the years from, I'd say, 2018 onto just recently when I've decided to establish the Wilder-ness World Peace Computer, a new iteration. Okay, that's the origin. That's we need to know where it comes from. So if you were to create your own limited liability company for your World Peace Computer, you would have to want to include a statement that says this is where I got this idea from. This is what I'm patterning to use as a starting point for my personal World Peace Computer. That way, if we make references properly within these documents, then ultimately we can create web scrapers or web bots that can just crawl the collection of organized World Peace Computer companies, say within the state of Alaska or nationally, if it gets to that point, and then create a map. We can create a map where we can chart exactly like what World Peace Computer comes from which, the relationships, and then use that information to inform our optimization process in the future. Like, oh wow, this one works really good. Let's see where it comes from and see if we can understand the fundamental essence of why it works good, and then recreate that in different scenarios where maybe things aren't working so good. That's the idea there. This organization ratifies my individual version of the human imperative. This is me making it so. Make it so. Establishing my World Peace Computer to maintain my aspect of the universal peace while preventing generalized violence. Fuck yeah. Alright, I think that's good. Nice code, looks good. Doing business from where I live. It's no secret. Like, I can't afford an office space. Lots of people do business from their home. And I don't, fuck all, I don't want to maintain a P.O. box. Cool, this is limited, managed by me. Here we go, that's my name, don't wear it out. I'm just gonna fucking pull the trigger now, huh? I'm gonna take a quick break. It's time to pull the trigger. Yeah, create the dream. That's good. Yeah, the practice focal point for that one was pick up the guitar as a break and crank out a song without warming up and maintain groove. Finger placement was all right. There were a couple of points where I missed. I lost the groove for a second. Also, the point was to play a song that has been part of my emotional drive lately to commit to this invention effort and establish myself as the person working on that. Create the dream. It's not just me realizing a dream I have to actually work to create that shit. This production is brought to you in part by water. Water is an amazing beverage. It's interesting. It's clear, which is weird. It also has a remarkable property where its solid state is less dense than its liquid state, and so we have stuff like ice, which kind of like sets the stage for biology not dying every time it gets cold out. So, yeah, water's fucking dope. I love how it tastes. I just love water. It's definitely my favorite beverage, besides maybe lemonade. Yeah, I don't think I'd be able to give you an honest answer if you were to tell me, hey Blair, you only get to drink one for the rest of your life. Is it water or lemonade? Fuck. I'd be tempted to choose lemonade. I don't know if I could do without lemonade. With lemonade, if you were to drink lemonade for the rest of your life, you would be guaranteed a source of sugar, nutrition. Sugar is super important for energy, so I think from a practical like prepper standpoint, I would definitely rather just drink lemonade for the rest of my life. But I'd be super sad if I couldn't drink water ever again. I love the taste of water. I'm gonna take another swig. Oh my god, fuck yeah. Yep. This production is also brought to you in part by Red Bull. The original, the classic, hard to beat that weird, whatever the fuck Red Bull tastes like flavor. Bob, damn. Tastes good. Caffeine. I hope the audio is not doing that annoying thing where it cuts out all the time. Alright, so it's time. We're going to make it happen. This is exciting. This is a big moment. I think I'm going to play to go along. I'm going to play Fly the Valkyrie just because it's dramatic. It's hard not, like, this is a dramatic moment of modern television. This is exciting. Ready? Oh, Ride of the Valkyries? I thought it was Flight of the Valkyries. I haven't done this in a while. Oh, and yeah, too much. Don't you? That's it. Fuck yes. Gotta file an initial report, basically be like, hey, I'm reporting, just, business stuff. Fully owned by Blair, Wilder, and Road. They make me pay more money? No. Review filing. I'm just gonna listen to classical music. These are all approved songs on YouTube, so I don't have any copyright issues. to file a doing business as, I guess, yeah, business alias, operating alias. Forms by entity type. Forms. There we go. I want to find the bit where it says you have your. Maybe I'll do license next. I'm gonna license first. I think it might be in the licensing process where I can specify my doing business as alias. New Alaska business license. No. Owner type. Okay. Endorsements. Nope, don't need that. Owner. Got all the next codes. Oops. Fuck. Sciences, where were you? It was, what if I do that? Oh, I did it again. Whatever. Looks good. Business license, 2 years. As long as I maintain good standing. doesn't provide the actual NAICS code, so I'm glad I added that to the Articles of Organization Business Purpose article. I'm glad for that license. Forms by entity type. Forms by entity type. Where was that again? No. I don't think it's in here. Maybe it's just a general licensing form. Okay. Registration. Sometimes local bureaucratic productions, like the online web experience for commerce.alaska.gov, is a little aggravating. Maybe I need a license, one for each. I'll just do that. Fuck it. Ugh, that's annoying. That's gonna be expensive. I guess I'll just do that. Maybe I'd DBA. That's it. Okay, gotcha. So yeah, I'll just water WPC. I don't need a license for that. Guess we'll do this again. Wilder, WPC. Okay, that makes sense. So I cannot include the WPC. Science. There we go. 7, 5. It's expensive, but fuck. Stop asking me that, please. Sick. And I may as well just do this really quick too. I need to trademark all the branding marks, the symbols. The idea is to maintain the right to exclude people from appropriating the project's work if they're appropriating it for malicious purposes. Okay, so this is a rabbit hole. I need to take care of this sooner than later, but I don't think right now is the right time because I don't want to get sucked in too much deeper. I'm gonna stop this video. And I'm going to slap it together really quick and then have a second work session after eating some pizza.